Welcome back to Fourth and Pain, the only pro wrestling show hosted by an NFL player 2,000 miles away from me. On my left is Adam Big Papa Pump Carriker. Follow him on Twitter at Big Papa Pump 94. And I am weight loss champion and radio pseudo professional. Not quite on the level of one Chad Dukes, but I'm trying to get there. Hi, I'm Chuck Carroll. This is Fourth and Pain and dancing. Yes, I can see you because we're doing the show in video now. You've got the moves like Jagger.
Oh, is this going to be on YouTube like that now?
Oh, I do believe the plan is to maximize exposure.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna be a goofball, my friend. So
all right.
That's all right. You're being yourself.
Stone face now.
Yes, look serious. look tough.
Seriously, I did not know that. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, well, on that awkward note, let's open up the old Fourth and Pain mailbag. You ready? Your questions, our answers, anything you want to ask us, wrestling or football related, just click on Ask Us a Question or Mailbag right there on fourthandpain.com, or you can always hit us up on Twitter at fourthandpain with your question. And today we are going to lead off with a question from one of your teammates there, Adam.
Ooh, I'm excited.
Kicker Graham Gano, who evidently is a wrestling fan. This I did not know. He says, hey, Chuck and Adam, here is my question. Who wins in an arm wrestling match between Adam and Chuck Norris? Really?
You know, I saw this question earlier. Oh man. So if we're talking some TV show where everything is just, you know, ridiculously over the top fake, then Chuck Norris is going to win. But if we're talking anything whatsoever realistic, I mean, come on. He's got his little workout thing. What was that thing called? That he has his commercials all the time.
Oh, that like sit-up machine thing that he was doing?
I'm sure that thing is marvelous. My 60-year-old neighbor back in Washington when I was growing up had one, and it did wonders for him. But you know, I don't think he's ever set foot in an actual weight room, man. I just wouldn't go well for him. He might lose an arm. Then he'd kick my face off, so it would all work out well.
Well, you know, Chuck Norris can make a woman pregnant simply by looking at her and saying, "Booyah!"
God didn't part the Red Seas. Chuck Norris did.
And the list goes on and on. I mean, I'm inclined to agree with you. Even in his prime, there's absolutely no chance, and I mean this with the utmost sincerity, and frankly, because I also believe that you're strong enough to reach through my computer screen and punch my face, even 2,000 miles away. You would, in fact, beat the bejesus out of Chuck Norris in an arm wrestling contest. Now, it kind of reminds me of a few weeks ago when you stirred up a little bit of controversy. And I actually believe that this is the first time that we got some wrestling press is when you jokingly said that you could take Mark Henry in an arm wrestling contest. Now, I don't know if you were joking or not. I actually think that that would be a hell of a thing. But I also think that you are contractually forbidden from partaking in said exhibitions.
You know, my contract is pretty thick. I've never actually, you don't sit down and read it word for word verbatim. That's why we have agents. Maybe I should ask my agent. That would be interesting. I did, by the way, I did not per se call him out. I was asked the question and I responded. But if the opportunity ever aroused, I think it would be a lot of fun.
Well, my question to you is this then. If we can parlay this into perhaps a little exposure for the show when WWE rolls back through DC in December, if I can set this up, would you say, hey, let's do it? Huh?
Absolutely. And you know what? I think you should be like the referee.
Oh, I'm down.
It'd be me and Mark Henry, and then you'd look like one of our legs. You'd be the referee. Sweet. It'd be the 6'6" guy, the world's strongest athlete, and what are you, 5'2"?
5'5", damn
11?
it.
Sorry, I don't know. I mean, you come up to my kneecaps. So I just think it would be awesome.
You are an overgrown behemoth. I am average height for midgets. Hey, yeah.
I like that.
Self-deprecating humor. I am 5'6", and I am taller than my boss at the radio station. So there. But yeah, I say that we try to make that actually happen. I think that would be a hell of a good thing for both Fourth and Pain and for the WWE.
I think it would be fun. And hey, I have no idea what's going to happen, but I'm going to be at Impact next. I believe it's next week. So check me out. I'll be sitting in the front row, and maybe I'll get maybe they'll scan the camera over to me or something like that. So it'll be fun.
It's times like this that I wish that I had sprung for some Fourth and Pain merchandise, so you could be sitting in the front row representing us well. But unfortunately,
a cheapskate, Chuck. Jeez.
You know what you should do? Take a sign. Huh? Everybody brings signs to wrestling events.
What should I have it say? You got any ideas?
Fourth and Pain. Fourthandpain.com.
Well, I'm not just gonna stand there with a. You want me to be a real live like billboard?
Yep, I do. I'm not gonna lie about that.
This.
Oh, come on.
Unless there's some punchline at your expense at the bottom, then I'll do it.
Well, if you want to add some sort of punchline like at the Chuck Carroll on Twitter is a midget, that's fine with me. The most important thing is that you get the show name out there.
That's not good enough. It's just a midget. It's got to be more insulting than that. I'll come up with something.
Well, surprise me. I want to be surprised and or pissed off when I tune in next Thursday night.
I'm going to go for pissed off.
All right, so follow-up question back to at Graham Gano, your kicker. Follow him on Twitter, at Graham Gano. Who would win in an arm wrestling contest between you and Graham Gano? Huh?
Is that a serious question?
Not in the least.
Okay, thank you.
I do think, though, he could have you in leg strength. Have you seen the size of this guy's legs? Those things are friggin' tree trunks. Like, just disproportionate to the rest of of his body. He's not exactly the biggest guy in the world, but he has huge legs. He's got legs like the friggin' Big Show.
Hey, you know what? I saw him in the weight room one day. I'm trying to remember what he was doing on a leg press. I think it was 500, maybe more pounds on the leg press. And for a guy I don't know how big he is. I mean, he's just an average sized guy, but have that type of leg strength. I mean, that's obviously why he's a kicker and such a good one.
Dude, well, he tied the Redskins record for longest field goal in franchise history last year, so something to say for that. Moving on, Skins fan JW21 on Twitter writes in, he says, if Big Papa Pump 94, hey, that's you, if Big Papa Pump 94 could have one steel cage match with any wrestler, past or present, who would it be? That's a good question right there. That is a really good question.
And they would be in their prime.
Absolutely.
Obviously.
Past or present. In their prime. And I'm assuming it could be, any promotion.
I mean, two names pop into my mind right away. Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold, just because they're the two biggest names in history. Why would you not want to be in the ring with one of those two guys? Let's just go ahead and make it a triple threat match. We got the vitamins, we got the beer, and then we got the largest arms. Let's just make it a triple threat match. Why would I not want to be in the ring with the two biggest names in wrestling history?
Well, I'll tell you this right now. I would pay $55 for the HD feed for that pay-per-view. That would
HD version?
Well, you know what? Matter of fact, if you actually set that up, I would think that, there would be a chance maybe you could throw a ticket or two my way just so I could watch this greatness in person.
Will you sit in the front row with a sign?
Yeah. And it would be
Speaking my marvels?
Speaking your marvels? No. I'm sure it would be a sign that would piss you off.
I'm sure you would. Somehow you would be thrown into the match.
Well, hey,
little Stone Cold Stunner your way, a little leg drop.
I'll take a bump. I'm not afraid.
What's up?
I'll take a bump. I'm not afraid. Remember, I'm the guy that Mickey James almost killed. Okay?
Yeah, you got beat up by a girl. I forgot.
I did get beat up, and she's a smoking hot chick at that. Hi, Mickey. Remember me?
She probably remembers that chair better than she remembers you.
Well, I don't know, man. When she knew me, like I was a big guy. I was a big guy, and I've kind of
wouldn't even recognize you, to be honest.
No, not at all. But I would recognize her, and I've
You need to calm down over there.
Yeah, I know, man. I got too much damn energy now. But we ran long with Chad Dukes in the last segment, so let's zip up the mailbag. If you guys at home, if you ever have any questions for us, you want to ask us, hit us up on Twitter at Fourth and Pain or on fourthandpain.com. Just click Ask Us a Question. Fill out the form. We'll get it. We'll answer it on the air. That will be phenomenal. Many thanks to Redskins kicker Graham Gano for sending that in. And look for an arm wrestling match between Adam and Chuck Norris in the very near future. On the flip side, coming back, we're going to talk a little bit about weight loss and fitness and things of that nature. We're going to do Words of Wisdom with Adam Carriker. Always a staple. You got something funny for the masses?
I will find something, maybe even maybe a little Chuck Norris thing. We'll see.
All right, stick around. This is Fourth and Pain. Be right back.